And so the Technomancy Nexus supercapacitor then emits back the stored magic energy to take the form of when it was first captured.
In other words, ready to use spells.
And the real beauty of it is that it doesn't rely on human concentration. Like a particle accelerator functions, it maintains its own conductive particle energy and keeps a spell running indefinitely. At least until the device is deactivated.
Looks like we don't need magicians anymore.
And we're calling it the MagFrag. Patent pending.
Jason!
Simple. I like it. Go ahead and hand the proposal for the MagFrag to Stevenson.
See? King likes the name.
I'm going to murder you!
And that concludes the update from the Technomancy Unit and their proposal for more funding.
But, I didn't get to explain how I solved the entropy decay for temporal matrices.
That's all right, Miss Watts. We can, read about it later in your proposal. Shall we move on to the next order of business?
I know, I'm late. Put it on my record or whatever. What the fuck are you all staring at?
Fourth time this week, Mr. Long. I don't have the patience for this. Just sit down already.
Where the fuck were you?
Does it matter? I'm here now.
You fucked up our whole funding pitch! Jason had to do your fucking part! Jason!
I'm right here, you know. I'm sure he did fine. Stop getting all pissy.
He called it the MagFrag. Do you know how fucking stupid that name is?
Hey, that's another $1 in the mean to Jason jar.
Does the Technomancy Unit have something to share with the class? No? Good. Let's move on to the final matter of the agenda. Now, I'm going to go over the SES mission objectives for the week. Esoteric events have risen by 31% compared to last year. First off, we've gotten reports of an undead attack in Ragnar, a small village in Norway, about a month ago. Seems like a level 4 eradication assignment, so I'll assemble a strike force soon. Due to the rise in supernatural activity, SES's funding will be given priority over other departments to accommodate the new costs to—
Hey, that's bullshit!
I don't believe I was asking for your opinion, Miss Watts.
King, what kind of crap are you trying to pull?
I'd watch your tone. You're still on probation. And on thin ice.
Oh, fuck you. I could give a shit about probation. I didn't come back to get my department screwed over like this.
You'd be lucky if I let your SES guys use this kind of magic tech. And that's if they'd even know how to operate it, which, newsflash, I doubt those morons could.
If you've both finished with your tantrum, I'm going to continue with the meeting. If you can't contain your childish outbursts, see yourselves out.
Fuck you.
There's not gonna be a quiz at the end of this, right?
Fuck King! I'm so sick of his shit!
King's a narcissistic prick. I should have seen that coming.
Oh, don't think you're off the hook either.
Believe me, I know. Drink?
Oh, now you contribute.
I'll take that as a yes. Jason?
Why not? I haven't had a drink at work since the 70s.
You got more than one bottle?
Do you know who you're talking to? Can you turn down your computer?
Shit! That's my 18th scan this morning. Oh, man. Maybe I should update the scale of my calculations by 8.2 by 10 to the 78th power times faster than light to expand the search parameters?
What are you talking about?
Do you never pay attention in our meetings? Wait, that's a stupid question. Of course you don't.
Sounds like you owe another $1.
We're looking for another dimension to toss Belachew in, since finding a way to send him back to hell hasn't worked out for us.
Wait, what? But what about the people in that other dimension?
That's what the scan is for, idiot. Obviously, we're trying to find a dead universe. Let him rule an empty void for all we care.
Oh, Jesus! Why does everything you make have to be so loud?
Holy shit. It works. It actually fucking works. I found one.
You actually found a dead dimension?
What? No, not that. The other thing. Keep up.
That? Are you sure?
Oh, it's a 98.3% match. The data doesn't lie.
Not bad. I have to hand it to you, Allie. When you're right, you're right.
Starting to feel out of the loop, guys.
I just found another immortal.
Oh gods, you did? How?
Some complicated AI algorithm search thing.
Oh my god, you both really need to catch up to the 21st century.
Sorry, the cult that abducted me didn't really allow for internet time.
And when you're as old as me, at one point you just kind of give up trying to understand iPhones.
You both are killing me inside. Okay. Basically, my program scans the entire internet and all government databases for any similarities.
I assume you also accounted for all known supernatural elements?
All the ones that are explainable and in the EPO database, which, believe me, is more extensive than you think, which still leaves a lot of false leads. But that's not a breath I'm going to waste explaining to you cavemen.
Yeah. Also, I don't really care. What's his name?
Her name is Olivia Hansen. If she's anything like Quinn, it'll probably be a fake name.
Wow, she's pretty. You think if she's using a fake name, she's not actually blonde either?
Am I reading this right? Earliest depictions put her at around 829 CE.
Well, it gets trickier to pinpoint the further we go back. Paintings, sculptures, hell, even cave drawings are usually, well, let's say artistically loose.
So, how good is your program to sort that stuff out?
If I made it, then it's the best out there.
Good enough for me. Where is she?
Well, it looks like our mystery immortal took a flight from Paris all the way to Norway.
That's odd. Where in Norway did she land?
Says she landed in Stockholm a little over a month ago, and then, according to these receipts, she took a combination of buses and trains all the way to Ragnar.
Wasn't that the village with the undead attacks King was talking about?
This isn't a coincidence for sure.
Gee, our immortal and a bunch of dead guys in the same place at the same time didn't clue you in on that one?
Looks like we'll have to be taking this mission off the SES's hands.
How are you gonna convince King to give the assignment to us instead? You guys didn't exactly get on his good side at the meeting.
Easy. He's a Scotch guy.
Oh, 14 hours on the plane, 6 hours on the slowest and smelliest bus I've ever been on. Remind me to unshelve my teleportation project when we get back.
I thought it was fun. I got these donut-looking things from that nice lady sitting next to us. These are delicious.
Those could have been drugged for all you know.
That's a risk I'm willing to take. Have you even tried these?
Get that thing away from me. Elijah! Tell Jason to stop! Elijah?
What? Oh, quit it, Jason.
Are you alright?
Yeah, just taking in the scenery.
I know that look on your face. Stop it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you're not up for it, you can always take the next bus back.
I'm fine.
I don't think your head's in the game, Elijah. You should head home.
I said I'm fine.
Fine. Well, Rhina is pretty small. A little over 300 people live here. SES reports are pretty scarce, but their hunch is that it's some kind of zombie problem based on the disturbed graves.
Well, let's multitask. I'll go to the local cemetery and take care of our undead situation. You guys go look for the immortal.
You want us to split up? I don't think that's a good idea.
I can take care of myself. Let me know when you find the immortal.
How'd your search turn out?
Pretty good. I figured out that those donut things are called Skol abroad, and now I'm trying these butter cookies called Berliner Kranzer, and...
I meant anything useful. I don't care about Norwegian treats.
Well, if you tried...
Jason, I will stab you with this damn butter knife.
Okay. Well, from what I've gathered, she's got a room at the bed and breakfast across the street. People have seen her visiting the home of one of the locals. An old woman by the name of Ingrid Hansen.
Okay, 84 years old, no spouses or children, nor any living relatives.
That last part may not be true. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Sounds like Olivia is a little nostalgic for family. Explains why she came all the way out here. Can I ask you something?
Let me guess. Do I have any living descendants?
I mean, statistically, they've got to be in the thousands.
Yeah,
Have you ever checked up on them?
I did in the beginning. But when you've been alive for so long, it gets harder to keep track.
You ever get curious again?
Sometimes. But I think it's for the best if I just keep my distance. Let's just move on. Cool?
All right, then. Well, Olivia isn't the only thing I've been hearing about through the grapevine. Okay, turns out some of the villagers have been going missing. All men from varying ages. Women have also reported being attacked, all bearing a similar profile in their 20s to 30s, blonde.
You mean, like Olivia?
Exactly.
Doesn't sound like any zombie I've ever heard of. Guess the intel from SES is worthless.
Just like their whole unit. And King wants to give them more funding. We should probably meet up with Elijah as soon as possible.
Speaking of Elijah, when are we going to talk to him?
I don't know, but we don't have time for it now.
We need to make time. I don't know how long I can keep pretending everything's okay.
You think I don't know that?
He tortured people, Allie. Murdered them.
They were the bad guys.
They were defenseless and scared. He went too far and doesn't seem bothered by it. That scares me. I don't know why it doesn't scare you.
Because he's my friend.
Ewas, Dagas, Ansus. What the hell?
Elijah, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
We found out where Olivia is, but we've got a whole other fucking problem.
Let me guess. We're not dealing with zombies, are we?
No, there's some weird shit going on in this village.
Yeah, I think I've got an idea of what you're talking about. Meet me at the cemetery.
On it.
Journeys end in lovers' meeting.
It's a beautiful saying, isn't it? Do you know where it comes from?
12th night. That can sing both high and low, trip no further, pretty sweeting. Journeys end in lovers' meeting. Every wise man's son doth know.
A Shakespeare guy. I'm impressed.
I may have read a play or two.
I'm Olivia, but I prefer Liv.
Elijah.
You know, Elijah, they say that when two soulmates meet, it's really two halves of a soul reuniting. And in death, they begin a new journey as one. From this life to another.
Is that right?
You sound skeptical.
No, it's not that. I was just thinking how nice that sounds. A fresh start.
Yeah, a whole new adventure, almost. Something to live for, you know?
What did you say?
Well, I mean, I know some people out there really don't need love, but for those of us that want it, the idea that we all have someone out there made just for us, it kind of makes sticking around worth it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This must be weird. I I saw you were out here by yourself, and I thought you looked a little
Lost?
lonely. Ah, shit. Sorry. My dad says my mouth runs faster than my brain, so...
You're fine. I've got thick skin.
Well, I'm sorry for assuming. It's just... I find myself coming here more often when I'm feeling lonely. I figured it was the same thing for you and thought you could use some company.
You know, I'm not really looking for an autumn romance.
Oh. No. That's not what I meant. Like, just someone to talk to. I'm already in a committed relationship. I assume you are too?
It's complicated.
Yeah. Same here. But I wouldn't trade it for anything else.
Yeah. Me too. Took you guys long enough?
Not my fault. Jason wanted to stop by the bakery.
What? You can't blame me for how good these are.
Hi. Can I help you?
Liv, these are my friends. And we all need to talk. Well, that confirms my suspicions. We're dealing with...
Draugr.
You know what they are?
Yes. A Norse ghoul. Powerful. And deadly. But they're just stories. Old myths from my time.
Care to elaborate for those of us that aren't immortal or magic?
They're restless corporeal spirits fueled by envy and greed. They spread their disease of undeath to others.
How long until King's strike team arrives?
He says they wouldn't get here until tomorrow night. But who knows how many more people are going to be attacked before then. We can't wait for them.
Agreed. Partly because the last thing I need to hear from King is more of his condescending shit.
Liv, these Draugr attacks happened around the time you arrived. You got any idea why?
I don't know.
Look, we've told you about the Children of Brimstone, the Kings of Hell, and their plans for people like you and me. But we're in the dark with this dilemma. You know something.
Liv, we need your help with this.
What do you need to know?
What's your connection to this village?
It was my home. For a time. I remember when I first laid eyes on it. Seeing that sunrise from the northern hills. There was nothing like it. It's where I met my husband, Ingvar. He was kind, gentle. A breath of fresh air in a world filled with fire and smoke. And then we had our boys, Bjorn and Eirik. The two rowdiest kids you could imagine. We'd take them for picnics in those hills during the spring. We would chase after them because they'd be so excited to see the ships in the fjord.
So, when you said you were in a committed relationship...
Yeah. I made a vow.
That just leaves the other question. What does Ragnar have to do with your sin?
It's where I learned I was immortal.
What do you mean?
I was originally from a Viking settlement in the Lofton Islands. I was the daughter of Chieftain Gerald. I was raised to be a shield maiden, but I knew I could be more. I wanted to be a Viking. So, a Viking I became.
You're a fucking Viking? Better yet, a woman Viking? I knew it wasn't just a myth. Oh my god, I have so many questions.
Not the time, Allie.
Fine. Go on.
Life as a Viking was exhilarating at the time. The conquests, the pillaging. It wasn't long before my father wanted me to take a husband. And there were a lot of men that wanted me as their bride.
So, what did you do?
I wanted the strongest as my husband. So, My father had them fight to the death.
That's... wow.
Eventually, one survived. Ragnar. The plan was to conquer another settlement and make it our home, but a storm decimated our clan. I was shipwrecked and ended up here. Ingvar found me, and well, the rest is history.
So why are the Draugr here?
Ragnar survived. He joined and conquered other settlements, and eventually he found me. He attacked my home, and he killed Ingvar. So I got my revenge. I lured them back to their ships and burned them all to death. I didn't expect to survive. So, when I came back, well, it was a shock, to say the least. After that, I took my children and ran. And I haven't been back since.
Until now.
Well, this explains a lot.
I think it's pretty obvious what sin she committed to be cursed. Wrath.
It might not be that simple. The kings of hell have always had a cruel sense of irony. It could be pride for being one of the few women Vikings. It could be heresy because being one meant defying the natural beliefs of her people. We shouldn't jump to conclusions too soon.
I think we can worry about that part later. For now, the Draugr are the bigger problem.
Jason's right. Oh, that feels weird to say. Anyway, it's safe to assume that the Draugr came back because they still want Liv.
That gives me an idea.
Fiat operantur magia his veris. Algis.
Will this really work?
Theoretically. My knowledge on Nordic runes is a little rusty, but my own brand of magic should be enough to make up the difference.
And are you sure you and your friends can destroy these monsters?
We faced off against worse.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised, given your line of work.
All right, perimeter is all set. We placed the runes where you said. Should be a piece of cake.
Speak for yourself. You guys remember how useful a sword was last time?
I can take care of that. Hold out your sword.
Soil. Tiwa. Kena.
Whoa! What did you do?
I enchanted it. Should be capable of hurting undead creatures now.
Oh, man, I could kiss you, Elijah!
I'd rather you didn't.
You really think the Draugr are gonna fall for this trap? It seems kind of obvious to lure them into a kill box.
Definitely. They may be powerful, but their obsession clouds their thinking. Like moths drawn to a flame.
Well, let's just hope our bug zapper plan works.
Remember, you have to cut their heads off. It's the only way to kill them.
Here, you think you can work with this?
Yeah, just point and shoot, right?
Just be careful on the recoil. These things pack a hell of a lot more punch than you think.
Hey, why haven't you ever given me a gun?
Because you're an idiot and would probably shoot yourself?
Hey, pay attention. Do not let your guard down.
Why couldn't you just stay dead, you bastard?
They're coming.
Look out!
God, these things are fast.
Need all of them in the circle.
Well, the big guy doesn't seem interested.
Ragnar! Come on, don't you want me?
Allie, now! Principio tibi in nomine creationis lege attribuit. Haugalas. Isa!
Told you it would work.
Yeah. Let's just kill these fuckers and call it a night.
Jason, end it.
Gladly.
Wait. Let me do it.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I need to be the one to finish it. Jason.
Okay. Here you go.
My love.
You killed my love. So go to hell.
There's more of them?
It's the missing villagers.
Liv, get back!
Allie, use a barrier mag frag or something.
Stop calling it that!
Allie!
Yeah, I got it! Allie, look out!
Shit. Liv, are you okay?
Yeah.
Fuck!
Shit! We're stuck inside the barrier!
Can you fix it?
Maybe? It's gonna take some time!
Do it!
Elijah, look out! Elijah!
This way. Follow me.
Defende me of Draga!
Elijah, are you okay?
Yeah. I'm good.
Oh God, you're bleeding all over the floor. Here, let me help. Can't you do something about this?
My magic doesn't work like that. I had some healing talismans in my coat pocket, but the Draugr just shredded them.
How long will the barrier keep them out?
Not too long. Especially if I pass out.
This is all my fault. I shouldn't have come back.
You couldn't have known.
Drop the barrier. I'm gonna lead them away.
Don't be stupid.
I'm the one they want.
Stop talking crazy.
I'm not letting you die for me.
No one's dying. I'm not dying.
I'm sorry.
Forget about it. Just stay put until the others get here.
This is a punishment.
What?
From the gods. For my sins. Or sin, I guess.
What do you mean?
Do you remember what I said about the men who fought for my hand? To the death.
Yeah?
I lied. My father wasn't the one who made them do it. I was. And I didn't want to find a husband. I just wanted to see those men tear each other apart.
Those men made their choices.
It didn't stop there. Countless innocent people were slaughtered because of me. Ever since I was young, the act of killing, I liked it. I mean, I really liked it.
You mean?
Yeah. I believe the FBI has a term for people like me. The ones with the same lust for death.
Cruel sense of irony.
Elijah? Elijah!
Sorry. Keep talking. It helps.
Okay. After that, I met Ragnar. Together we destroyed homes, lives, whatever we could. The blood I've spilled. You couldn't imagine.
You'd be surprised at the amount of blood I've seen in my life.
Perhaps. Not long before the voyage for our new home, I got into an accident. I hit my head really hard. I was in a coma for weeks. But when I woke up, those cravings were gone.
This happened before you found out you were immortal?
Yeah. I tried to put a stop to the expedition, but things were already set in motion. I prayed to the gods to stop it from happening. And that's when the storm hit, and... well...
The rest is history.
yeah.
Did Ingvar know?
Yes. He always said that the person I used to be died in the accident. That I was given a second chance. But there are times when I feel like the monster I used to be is lurking somewhere in me, waiting.
I know what you mean.
You do?
I was a kid when I was taken by the children of Brimstone. They beat me, tortured me, trained me to be this. Sometimes I wonder if they made me a monster, or if they picked me because I had one in me all along.
What changed?
Adelaide.
The complicated relationship.
Yeah. She was taken by the cult as well. We endured a lot together. Fell in love young, and we wanted to get out. Live normal lives. She always talked about wanting a home in a place like this. But the Voxes and Kings of Hell had other plans for us.
I see. Elijah?
Sorry. Getting harder to stay awake. Recently, things have gotten bad. Real bad. And I don't know if things will ever be okay between us.
I guess we're both a pair of fools.
I may not be as old as myth like you, but I know a thing or two about being a monster. You're not a monster, Liv. Not anymore.
Thank you.
Almost forgot about these guys. Fuck. I can't keep this up much longer. Sorry, Liv.
Old as myth. Do you know what a corpse store is?
No,
It's a method to seal away Draugr.
never learned that in cultist school.
Well, it's an Old Norse myth, but if Draugr are real, then it must be too. Wait here. I know the runes, but I can't use magic. So you're going to have to do it, okay?
Okay. Liv?
Just hang in there. I'm almost done. I'll hold them off. The word is Binda.
Wait. Don't! You belong to me.
Yes, my love. Come get me.
Liv. No! Find us!
Trust me, the diner is pretty good. Though the coffee could probably be better.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not a coffee person.
Yeah, I'm more of a tequila girl myself.
Elijah promised to show me his favorite bar. Isn't that right?
It's an acquired taste.
Translation, it's angsty and skeevy as fuck.
So, will I really be safe there?
At the bar? Hell no. But the waterfalls is the safest place in the world. You'll be protected there. I promise.
Although the EPO doesn't know about our special condition, so we gotta keep that under wraps.
Are there any others like you and I there?
No, but we're working on that. It shouldn't be too hard with a genius like me on the team.
I don't doubt that.
Come on, Miss Genius. You can help me carry the rest of your shit into the van.
Note to self. Bring assistive automatons that don't give as much lip next time.
Hey, while I have you here alone...
Oh. I'm married, remember?
What? Oh! No. No. I mean, I wanted to ask you something. Immortal to immortal.
Oh, yeah. Sure, what's up?
How did you know?
That I was immortal?
No. How did you know that lust was the sin you committed? I've been trying to figure mine out, but the last time I did that, I kind of doomed the world. I can't seem to pin it down.
Honestly, it's going to sound crazy, but I think I knew. You know? After my accident, things kind of clicked. I was able to see who I was objectively. It's easier, I guess, when you're a different person than you used to be.
Just admit, my med packs work better than your talismans. Come on, just say it.
Not saying it.
Look at you. Your intestines practically were hanging out 6 hours ago, and now you're walking around like nothing happened.
It wouldn't have happened if your mag frag wasn't so fragile.
I swear to God, not you too.
Ready to leave?
Yeah. We should have an apartment ready for you when we get back.
I never really got to thank you guys for helping me.
Hey, no sweat. It's what we do.
Especially you, Elijah.
I could say the same thing to you.
I didn't do anything.
You did. More than you know.
You know, you remind me of my son, Bjorn. A little broody and misguided sometimes, but a good kid.
Oh, you hear that, Elijah? You remind her of her son. You gonna call her mom now?
Shut up.
What's that?
Bad news.
The three of you need to get back to headquarters, now.
What's going on?
Belachew is breaking out of his containment unit.
This has been the Technomancy Project, Season 2, Episode 8, Söngur Liv. We'd like to thank the following crowdfunding campaign supporters without whom this episode would not be possible. Noah Belachew, Kathy, Mark Allen, and Max Hersfeld. The role of Jason Fenix was played by Noah Belachew. The role of Allie Watts was played by Erin Nicole Lundquist. The role of Elijah Long was played by Griffin Puatu. The role of Agent King was played by Sean King. The role of Liv was played by Ariana Nicole George. The role of Ragnar was played by Trenton Butt. And additional voices were provided by Trenton Butt, Gerald Hill, Xander Grant, Devin Kimble, Ellis Knight, Eurie Nam, Ariana Nicole George, Joy Ofodu, and Amy Sittler. The Technomancy Project is a proud member of the Faustian Nonsense Network. And if you like this podcast and want to help us grow, please consider leaving us a review if you listen on Apple Podcasts, or a rating if you listen on Spotify. Or Spotify does this new feature with a Q&A where you guys can leave your little comments or notes or even questions at the end of each episode. Doing all of those things really helps us out, and it always very much appreciated by us. And if you want to help us travel to a distant Norwegian village to live the life of a Viking and train dragons and make our way to Valhalla, well, then all you have to do is follow us on all of our social media. Stay safe out there, Waterfalls.